Father Cantalamessa, you know, when you accepted to be the papal household preachers, what challenges you to accept it? You know, is there kind of, because it was offered to you 20 years ago or 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah. How do you feel when it was first offered to you? Fear or, you know, how is it? Because this is a big challenge,
Yes.
you know.
Yes, it is. But except for the very first moments, a few moments, when I was rather excited and a little nervous, later on I felt very at ease. First of all, because the Pope in this moment is a Christian like other Christians and makes you at home. Then the second reason for my confidence is that I had no personal message to deliver. The message of Jesus, and not particular philosophy or system. I had only to proclaim in a different, always in appropriate way, the gospel. And as I am so convinced that the gospel has something to say to every person, including the Pope, of course. So this gives confidence, and except the first moment, one particular really challenging moment is on Good Friday, because on Good Friday, the sermon, my sermon is delivered in St. Peter's Basilica, while the Pope presides over the Good Friday liturgy. But this is the only occasion where the Pope doesn't give the homily, and the papal preacher is supposed to climb the papal altar and give the homily. And the first time, this was quite a challenge. I had the impression that I had to climb Mount Everest. And then when I started speaking, I realized that I had to speak very slowly because there was an echo and a resounding in the basilica. And speaking slowly, I lasted 10 minutes more than I was supposed to. And the schedule of the Pope on Good Friday is very heavy, tight. He must preside the Way of the Cross on the Colosseum. So the man in charge of the schedule of the Pope is the prefect of the pontifical was a little nervous. And he very often looked at his watch. I didn't see him because he was beside me. But the day after, this man was a bishop at that time, shared with some sisters what happened after the liturgy. After the liturgy, John Paul II called him and smiling said to him, when a man of God is speaking to us, we should not look at our watches.
So he has seen and he has observed. He's very observant.
He had seen.
But he's a Pope with a good vision and a sense of humor. I think one thing I like is his sense of humor.
Very incredible personality, John Paul II. I was always impressed how he could stay under all the cameras of the whole television of the world in some moments in St. Peter's Square, and always been very recollected. As he had a dialogue with an invisible interlocutor. So this was the source of his strength.
Maybe being an actor also helps him develop the, exposure with the...
He was an actor in the true sense of... The true actor
do you think
he doesn't think about himself, how he's performing. And in this sense, he was a real actor. And the role he was playing was the role of Jesus.
I think so. That's why you said in front of so many cameras, but how come he was able to connect, right? It's because I think that's how he feels. It's just like a stage. He was giving the best of himself, but not of himself, but representing Jesus, and he knows his role, And I think that's why, people loves him for his charisma, for his charms, because there is something in him, as you said, it cannot be explained. Just like you, when you give your talk, you were smiling, the aura is coming out, Even though you said you don't speak good English, but no, it's very clear to all. The message is delivered very clear and loud.
Because the Holy Spirit is not present only in the speaker, he is present also in the audience. So he let them understand even when my English is so and so.